Nagano, mountain breezes, cool forests, and an alpine lake that feels like another world. This summer, our team traveled there, to Lake Nojiri. It was also a chance to disconnect from our hectic work life, with varying success.
The journey began the way good road trips often do, with snacks. Somewhere between Tokyo and Nagano, we pulled into a service area for ice cream. By the time we rolled into the hills above Nojiri, Ryoji, who had taken driving duty, had gotten us safely through many winding roads.
Our accommodation, guest house Satomi, was spacious and stylish with a Nordic rustic vibe. Waiting to greet us was not only our friendly host, but also an Irish setter bounding up to me, its fellow Irish compatriot.
That evening, we stocked up on food, far more than we could possibly finish, for a barbecue. Our guest house offered barbecue facilities for an extra fee, so we decided to make the most of a beautiful summer night. Sean flipped chicken skewers so good they could have been on a restaurant menu. Others experimented with creative ways to keep the fire alive.
The air was scented with yakitori and wood smoke as the sun dipped behind the trees. Later that night, we tried something we hadn't expected to find at a Japanese mountain lake, a Finnish-style sauna.
The sauna at our guest house was literally handmade by the owner, a snug cedar cabin with a wood-burning stove. Inside this little hut, the heat pressed down and coals hissed, enveloping us in the scent of warm wood. The next morning, Sean proved yet again that he might have missed his calling as a chef. He whipped up a delicious, hearty breakfast for the team, stir-fried noodles and sausages.
After breakfast, we headed out for pure fun on Lake Nojiri. Sean took out a rowboat and expertly rowed across the lake, gliding over emerald green water. Miruka and Ryoji hopped into a kayak and paddled along the shoreline. Our editor-in-chief, Naito-san, and I decided to try stand-up paddleboarding, or SUP, with decidedly uneven results. It quickly became obvious who had natural balance and who spent more time splashing in the lake.
The great thing about Nojiri is that it caters to all skill levels. We rented our kayaks and paddleboards from a local outfit on the South Shore called the Green Sports Club. They gave us a quick safety briefing and even a short lesson.
Sean rowed out far enough to get a panoramic view of the surrounding peaks, while I soaked up the scenery on my paddleboard. By the end, we were happily exhausted and completely drenched. Except me, I didn't fall in once.
Soon it was time to head back down the mountain. None of us really wanted to leave the lakeside paradise, but we had one more treat in store on the way home. Driving out of Shinanomachi, we stopped at Matsusaka Brewery. This local brewery has been crafting Matsusaka since 1875. It's a humble, traditional kura with wooden brewing barrels and a rich local heritage.
Afterwards, we descended from the highlands and re-entered the flow of expressway traffic. We looked back at the silhouette of Mount Kurohime in the rearview mirror. In just a few hours, we'd be back in Tokyo's urban buzz, but we all felt rejuvenated. If you're looking for a refreshing escape with a mix of adventure, culture, and tranquility, Nojiri is waiting.